Welcome back, everybody. Today we are talking about getting input from the user. Just in case you're curious, yes, I am extra nasally, so if at any point you're wondering just why it is I sound so terrible, it's because it's the way I feel. If we flip over to page 85 at the very, very bottom of the page, we can look at something you're really not supposed to do, is the way they are getting multiple inputs from the user. In the previous chapter, when we were looking at outputting something to the display for the user, we had the cout command followed by the less than. That that string there represents the keyword for the system to put something out for the user to see. So we would have, in quotation marks, whatever text it is we wanted to display to the user. Now, on the other side of that, we have how can we get text in from the user, text, uh, characters, integers, etc. So that is CIN, and then greater than. So, you can kind of see the cout is going out to the user from left to right, and the CIN coming in from the user from right to left. Uh, Absolutely positively do not do what you see here on the bottom of 85. The text is kind of suggesting, correctly so I suppose, that theoretically and technically speaking, the environment, C++, can take a host of input from the keyboard, look through that input, determine where the space character is, and say, okay, everything to the left of this space character belongs to, if we were looking at 85, length. Everything to the right of the space character belongs to width. And then the enter character suggests that we're done getting inputs. No user is going to look for inputs in that way. There is no reason to do that. Better yet, if you scroll down just a little bit, I've got a cpp.sh code block out there for you. Um, and really, I should have used the same integer names, but I didn't. I do apologize for that. If you look there on line number 9, I have integers 1, integer 2, and integer 3. And then I am doing in lines 11 through 13, just like the text is doing. I am getting you, the user, to enter in those integer values simply by hitting space, space, space. It works. Technically, that much is true. On line 16 there, you can actually see when you run it that, yeah, those values, integer 1, integer 2, and integer 3, are going to be output back to the screen with whatever integers it is you put in there. And though it's technically true that that works, it is terrible, terrible, terrible user design, even if the text was to go so far as to make an output to the user that said, enter in 3 integers separated by spaces. That is terrible design. Everything that follows from lines 18 down is essentially a slight retelling of that piece of code in good user-facing design. You'll notice on line 21, I do have 2 of those escape sequences, the \n, to create a little bit of a visual buffer in between my previous output from line 16 and whatever it is that I'm going to be outputting to garner an input here in line 21. Line 22, you'll see on a single line, CN, integer 1, full stop. That way, my user knows, okay, look, I can hit enter when I'm done with this. When they hit enter, line 24, please enter integer 2. When they hit enter, line 27, please enter integer 3. Now, you will notice something they haven't done in the text yet, but it's absolutely well within your ability to do, is I have reused integer 1, integer 2, and integer 3 as variable placeholders, so just containers. Um, I've used them 2 times, and that's perfectly okay. It may well be over the course of a program, if you're just getting in, if you think about a grade book for a classroom, for example, I can be getting in, name after name after name, grade after grade after grade, putting those into a file in between, and marching on from there. So these variables are reusable. If you feel as though that reuse of or a variable rather is going to be confusing in any way, shape, or form, you can certainly declare and use variables for one-time use, that's up to you. But absolutely positively, reusing of variables is really a solid idea.